as you guys can see, what we have here is an anime tier list. Yes, we have 27 different animes standing in front of me.
Baby, それがねそんなに甘くないよ。でもきっとそんなに悪くないよ。Give me fire, light it up, baby. 燃やしちゃうぜ、
I decided not to do a big list because I haven't watched a lot of anime, to be honest with you. I only like actually, I have watched quite a bit. I mean, for me, I've watched like long episodes instead of like short series. But I feel like I'm missing a couple. I think I did end up making my own list. I did forget one thing. I forgot Darling in the France. I'm so sorry. I mean, I could go back and do it, but like, why? I mean, it's just something like I don't want to do, and I'm like, yeah. Okay, this is getting way too long. But you guys will not be seeing a face cam because it will clearly block out all the animes. And I'm like, you guys, I know how many you guys want to see every single one. You guys are clearly here for me and everything. Wait, what? Hey. You guys are clearly for me, and you guys want to know what my favorite anime are. You guys already know, right? Alright, so to start it all off, we have a lot of anime that I just, honestly, should I start off with a banger, or should I start off with the middle? Let's start off with, like, the first one, Hunter x Hunter. Alright, I watched this one pretty fast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched it so fast that I don't think I have a good understanding of it, but in my personal opinion, that Hunter x Hunter is probably the most hyped up anime I've watched.
You serious?
At least, because I'm not gonna say it's terrible, right? It's not trash. It's not. I don't think it belongs in C. I think it belongs in honestly B. But I wouldn't say Hunter x Hunter's trash. And the reason why I say it's not trash is because it has good character development. Killer was amazing. The Phantom Troop is also really cool. The villains are amazing, especially the Saga. Yeah, you know. But everything's so good. I can't believe I just said Saga. I meant Arc. Sorry. But everything is amazing and all. It just doesn't feel like something I mean. There's gonna be a lot of controversy over this. I am so sorry. You guys are probably be like yelling at me in the comments, be like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I'm like, I just made a whole entire segment about me crying because you guys said no. So I mean, that could be a little bit biased, but like I said, I have just Hunter x Hunter. It's an average one for me. It's overhyped. I don't think it's the best, but it goes two different ways. It's average to me. Alright. And I know how much you guys love this anime, Demon Slayer. And honestly, it belongs in the S tier. Yes, sir. It is my favorite anime of all time. I know, you guys are probably like, you biased? You're so biased. Like, it's your favorite. Doesn't mean it deserves S tier. To me, it does. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why it deserves S tier is probably because of the fact that the character development is amazing. And his Nezuko, bro, it's Nezuko. You know? Tanjiro is also amazing. You guys know what I'm talking about if you guys watch the show. Plus the animations are literally incredible. I love how it's played out. I love how everything went and did all that. And it was just great for me. I'm going to be personally honest with you. Alrighty then. Gonna move on because I'm not gonna talk too much about this, but just gonna say Demon Slayer is probably the best anime. It's my favorite anime of all time, just to me. And you guys may disagree, may be a little bit confusing because you guys are probably like, well, Hunter x Hunter deserves to be at least A. Demon Slayer maybe an A, but it's overhyped. I don't think it's overhyped. Some people do. My friend actually loves Hunter x Hunter, and thinks Demon Slayer is so overhyped. I don't agree with that, but, you know, we have two different preferences. Alright, Promised Neverland. This one is either a B or an A for me. I honestly really did like the story, and I thought it was really, really good. Because I thought it was so creative, and it was, like, so, like, nostalgic on how it was. And it was, like, one of those anime that make you want them to succeed no matter what, and you don't want them to see them going down. So I think this is gonna go in A tier for me because of that, and because of how I felt when I was watching it. Because it just makes you feel humble. It makes you feel like worried. It makes you feel like no matter what, if you want them to succeed, like no, they can go. Like you want them to overcome those obstacles. All right, I'm gonna go to what is an automatic S tier, no question. Because if you have a question, then you need to get the hell out of here. Dragon Ball Z, 100% an S tier. If you don't agree with this, then you don't watch nearly enough, or you've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so you can't agree. But come on, you are gonna tell me that Dragon Ball Z is bad? No, there's no absolute way, because the only person that's bad is you, because you smell bad. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. You don't smell bad. I bet you smell great. But still, Dragon Ball Z, no question that's an A tier. I mean S tier. Sorry, got that mixed up. All right, 7 Deadly Sins. If you guys watched season 4 or season 3, it depends if you watched it on Netflix or Japan or Tokyo. I watched it on Netflix, so I call it season 4. To me, it would be a B tier or an A tier if season 4 or season 3 never came out in the way it ended. So it's an automatic C or a trash, but I'm gonna call it a C because it's not completely trash. I can say that. All right, I'm gonna move on because should I move on? One Piece is kind of one of those anime where it's super hella long, and I've only gotten through 168 episodes, and I mean I'm not really one to be like super. Like I can't really say anything about this one because I haven't watched enough, but I'm putting it in C tier, and this is why.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side!
Wait, Chopper is my favorite character. I will give him that. I don't know why I love the character for Chopper. Luffy's amazing, but whenever I watch One Piece, I only can watch like 2 or 3 episodes, and I have to stop. And it because it's just one of those things that you feel like you want to go watch, and then once you start watching it, it's like, why is it so boring? But then it starts getting really hyped up with all the fight scenes I have really enjoyed, especially the crocodile one. I really honestly did enjoy that. Actually, I'm gonna move One Piece to a B tier. Never mind, not a C tier, because I think it deserves way more than a C tier. Because it hasn't really hurt me at all. It just hasn't been there enough to be an A or an S. But then again, I haven't watched the new time skip. And it's also going to be so dreadful when I make it to past every single dubbed episode and have to go to the subbed. It's going to be so dreadful, I swear. Full Metal Alchemist, I'm going to be honest with you, if I've never watched it. I am planning on watching it, but I have never watched it. Alright? Assassination Classroom is automatic A tier for me, and the reason why is because of the ending and how everything shaped out. I honestly really did enjoy this anime from start to... Actually, the start was a little bit hectic, I'm going to be honest with you. But once I started getting into it, they actually started building up character development. I really honestly did enjoy it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. I thought it was spontaneous. I thought it had a bunch of things that made you, like, if you did it like these characters, it's like, why? What did these characters do wrong? You have to, like, it's one of those anime that you have to watch to the end. Because if you don't, then you're going to be like, yeah, it's going to be like that. Boruto. I'm sorry. But, I don't want to give it a trash. Actually, it's pretty trash. I'm going to give it a trash. I'm going to give it a trash because of how many fillers and how many arcs that they have that are so bad and so horrible that it's just at that point where you have to make yourself watch it. But there is 2 arcs I have really enjoyed. It's the movie arc with or the tuning exam arc and the time skip arc. I really honestly did enjoy that. I really like seeing Jiraiya again. Rip in the chat to my boy. I'm sorry. But, I really did honestly like that, and I may honestly give it C tier because it's kind of getting up. I kind of liked how they trained a little bit. Actually, I am gonna give it a C because I know there's gonna be controversies. You guys are gonna say it's trash, but I'm giving it a C. Shit. If I only had a middle one, it would be like in the middle. It'd be a D, and I should have made another one, but screw it. I'm gonna make another one. All right, I am back, and it's official. I made a D tier because of just this one anime. Because honestly, it's not terrible. It's not terrible because their arcs are actually pretty good, and it's not better than Seven Deadly Sins, and it's not nearly as good as Seven Deadly Sins. So I'm gonna give it a D tier because that's just where it belongs. But I do have to say this: that the manga for Boruto would honestly, if it was just the manga alone, this one anime that was a manga would be A tier right now, or maybe even S, depends on how it goes. You guys know what I'm talking about if you guys have read it. Okay, I'm not gonna go any more than that. Dr. Stone, I've never watched it, planning on watching. It's only one season. Season 2 is coming out, and it looks really interesting, so I may watch it. I don't even have an idea what it's about, but don't spoil anything for me, please. Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen's going B tier, and the reason why I'm choosing B tier is because it hasn't really... The first episode was really confusing, I'm gonna be honest with you. Second episode was... it was alright. I'm gonna be honest with you. Second episode... It was kind of nice. It was kind of cool. Kind of explained a lot of stuff. As it has gone really like okay to really amazing though. I do have to agree with that because, and I'm not gonna give it A tier because it's not finished and I don't know the ending of the series in the show yet. But as soon as the ending of the show comes, I may reevaluate that to A tier. But so far has been really incredible. If you guys have caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen, you would honestly know what I'm talking about. But I really have enjoyed it. Alrighty, moving on because I don't really want to talk about much Jujutsu Kaisen since it's only 8 episodes in, or yeah, 9 episodes in. Alright, just rambling. Okay, Bleach. May go into actually. Alright, I'm gonna give it B tier, and the reason why is I can't get past this one arc. It's called the Blount arc, and I before you guys say anything, I can't. It's a horrible arc, and it's so hard to get through that it's just... It's like forcing yourself something that you have to do. It's like homework. Like, you have to watch it in order to get through it, in order to get better grades, better... In this situation, you get better arcs. That's kind of how it is. It's not the greatest. That arc sucks. But the reason I'm giving it B tier and not a C or a D or an trash is because the beginning arcs were literally incredible. I loved every single arc up until this point. I will try to get past it. I'm trying to finish One Piece and Bleach, but so far I'm really having a hard time. Alright, Dragon Ball Super. I don't really know what to say about this one. It's B or A for me. And I'm not giving it an S because even though UI Goku in the world of the tournament is amazing, the art style that I've recently been kind of opened up to, it's really, like, how do I put this? Not great for what I thought. But I honestly have loved this one. So I think I'm going to give it an A because I love the tournament arc. I think I'm going to be honest with you, I think I may have skipped the Frieza arc on accident or not paid attention to it. Because I went to sleep or something because I don't remember, but I maybe it's just one of those things I don't remember. But the beginning part was amazing. I honestly loved it from start to finish, and that's the reason why I'm giving it A. Excuse me, by the way. But I don't really have much to say. UI Goku kind of made this shit for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. This show just was great with just UI Goku in it. Fairy Tail, 100% gonna be an S tier. I know. The ending was trash. I know. The ending sucked. It really did. And honestly, I don't know what to say about that last episode, about how the ending happened, about with Lucy, and not, you would understand if you watched it, but I can't really say much. because this, I mean, it's just S tier automatically because of how the show is, how it went on, the anime style, everything about it was just amazing. But it kind of did, I didn't like how they kept faking deaths. I do have to admit that. That was kind of really annoying. But it honestly did hit me whenever one person would, like, act like they were, one person act like they were dead, or they would, like, try to kill them off. But I don't think that one person should have lived, and at the end, and you guys know what I'm talking about with who Loxus was holding. I don't think he should have lived, and the reason why I say this is he was the foundation. He was everything, and if he died, it would have brought more to the show, probably. Or even Urza. If Urza even died, I feel like it would have made everyone closer, everyone like a stronger bond, make them open up more power. I could honestly make a whole entire video about Fairy Tail and how terrible the ending was and how great the actual show was before everything. I can tell you, but I don't have the time for that because I have more. I don't know how many, but I'm not gonna count it. But I have more. All right, I'm gonna do this fast. Full Metal Alchemist, never Brotherhood, never watched it. Planning on watching it. People say it's the greatest. My friend told me to watch this. Okay, so don't judge me about High School DxD. But you guys know if you know, it's a B tier, 100% B tier. Sorry, no questions. The story was actually great, and there's something else that was a little bit. You know, I can't explain this because if you're like over the age of 10, I mean, under the age of 10, you don't want to watch this, okay? Don't want to watch this. Trust, and don't watch it with your parents if you are. Just don't. It's just one of those things. Alright, I'm going to put this in haven't watched, okay? Listen, I'm about to put this on a trash scale right now, okay? I just started watching JoJo. Like, literally, I'm on episode 6 or 7. And the part 1 is so garbage that it makes it, I mean, it's so awful. And you guys there's no way you disagree. I mean, if you actually agree with this, I mean, I have seen some people like part 1, but I just don't. It's just so awful that it has to go haven't watched, because if I did, I would definitely put it in the trash, and I don't think it's trash. Okay, I'm not even going into this. Okay. Kill la Kill, automatic trash. First 2 episodes I've watched, I don't even know what I was watching. It was awful. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys like this anime, it's trash. How did you get past the first 2 episodes? Garbage. Worst one. Dragon Ball I've actually never watched. I tried watching it, but it was all in subbed, and I didn't feel like watching subbed at the time because I wasn't really a big sub guy. So I kind of went to dubbed a lot. I mean, and then I started watching My Hero. Started actually getting into subbed because it wasn't too bad. Demon Slayer really more like did that to me. Kakagiri B tier. By the way, I'm not putting these in any order if you guys realize, because I'm not doing that. But Kakagiri is definitely going B. I honestly did like this. I loved the way it made you feel. Like, the way that you, like, were worried. You had the anxiety. That one, like, spot in your heart that you were like, don't stop. Like, please. I love the way it made that feel. Like, it was such a good... I think it's so good. In my personal opinion, I think it's really good. Alright. Let's move on to Black Clover. Black Clover is a B tier. I think it's one of the funny... Actually, I think it may actually go A tier. I think it's going to go A tier. Because I think this is the funniest anime I've ever watched. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love the art. I love the story. I love how everything pans out. I love everything about it. It's so good. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's really amazing. Okay. Let's move on. God of High School, B tier. 100%. Story reminds me of Dragon Ball, okay? And the reason why I say it reminds me of Dragon Ball is because it's just fighting and fillers. So it's like, but the fighting scenes are really incredible, and it's just getting into the story. So because if you guys watched the last episode, that fight scene was amazing of season 1, and season 2 is about to be a banger. So we already know what's gonna happen. All right, moving on. Let's move on to Naruto. I think I'm gonna put Naruto S tier, even though I think I would put it in actual A tier, because I feel like the arcs were kind of a little bit where it was at. It was at a point where it was so much fillers, and it was so unnecessary. But I think I'm gonna put an S tier because it's the foundation of Naruto Shippuden, and it's just so good at like when up to leading to when Sasuke left the village and did all that. It was so amazing that I think that's the reason why I'm gonna give it S tier, because you guys know what I'm talking about. Because Naruto was also really funny too. All right, Shippuden going to S tier. I love the pain arc, love the characters. Can't even disagree. I'm just gonna move on because there's no disagreement. Okay. Sorry. Okay. My Hero Academia. This is biased 100%. I'm putting it on S tier. I have watched this show 8 or 9 times in a not back to back. Sorry, over the time span I've watched. I've only started watching anime this year, so just hang in with me. I mean, I've watched Dragon Ball when I was little, but My Hero will be one of my favorites. It's my second favorite anime. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It is always gonna be my favorite, one of my favorites, because it's something I've always watched. I mean, it's the first anime I really got into and like actually started getting into anime and all that. But it was just so good, and it led up and everything. I loved every character. I loved everything that was happening, and just you know what I'm talking about, because I really don't need to explain this even more. But My Hero was just a great show. I highly recommend you watch. I highly recommend you watch all the S tiers, all the A tiers, all the B tiers. Yeah, about that. Yeah, C tier. Maybe, depending. The show's great up until season 4, but it's about to end, so I can't wait. I can't wait to watch the last season though. Can I be honest with you? All right, Tower of God, B tier. Tower of God. I thought God of High School was better, to be honest with you. Because I think it was just because I'm more biased towards fight scenes and all that, but the story was definitely better in Tower of God. I think I really did like Tower. I like Tower of God because of how it was. And by the way, if you guys, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm sorry. Rachel is a bitch. Okay, she is that word, and I'm not gonna go repeat it because I've already bleeped it, and I don't want more editing for me. But she's that, and you guys know what I'm talking about, and that's all I need to say because of what happened. All right, Attack on Titan, the final season just came out. I've watched episode 1. Episode 1 is incredible. I am going to react to episode 2. It's going to probably be on this channel. Just stay tuned for that. But Attack on Titan has been my third favorite anime, and it's honestly amazing. It's just deserves S tier alone. It's just so incredible that it's so incredible that you can't believe it. And I think I'm actually going to put Naruto down here to an A tier. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was amazing, but I think I liked Shippuden more than Naruto, and that's just my personal opinion. And this shows my anime tier list. That's basically all I'm going to say. But, yeah, I know there's going to be some controversy, some really weird stuff. Oh, before I actually end this video, I forgot to do one thing, and it was called Darling of the Franxx. It's a B tier. And you guys know what Darling of the Franxx was 02. She is definitely, I'm not going to say anything more than that, but 02, you know what I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about. But the way that show ended was, I think it was so unfair to everyone that watched that show. And it was just not, I just don't think it was, I think that they should have stuck to the manga ending instead of that ending. But I don't know if a season 2, I'm going to be honest with you guys, everyone thinks a season 2 would be coming. I don't think a season 2 will, because the manga's already done with, unless they make a sequel that they haven't released, and that is a possibility, but I just don't know. I just don't, I personally would not do that. I just don't think, I think the show just ended, and that's it, and it's, the way it ended sucked, but that's just how it is. You can't change it back unless they go to an extent where it's so, unless they like do what High School DxD does, and they made a whole entire new season, cut off a certain point, and then redid that so they can keep adding on, which they honestly, in my opinion, should have done. But the way it ended was actually really sad, and I did not like it at all. I think it's definitely one of the worst endings I've ever seen to a series, a possible series to in the show. But all right, moving on. That just crushes my heart how the anime ended. I think that's what gave it his 7.4 out of 10 on reviews, and just for you know what the reviews are. But this ending's going way too long. I'm sorry. This is my anime tier list, and if you guys do have controversy, text me in the sorry, not text me. Go in the comments. Tell me what you guys think I should have changed, or what you guys think is your favorite, is what you guys think is S tier, A tier, B tier, C, D, trash, haven't watched. Well, actually, that I just haven't watched those. Don't do that. But just tell me what I should have changed, what your personal opinions are of what it's an S tier, an A tier, B tier. Oh my gosh, I'm just repeating myself. I am so sorry, but I sound like a complete idiot. I know you guys are like, just end the damn video already. Ugh. All right, fine. Sorry. Okay, I don't know why I'm acting like this. I'm just super hyper for some reason. But all right, I'm just gonna get this over with and done with easy. If you guys did enjoy this video, stop the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and this has been Lokage. Peace.
情熱の日はいつしかいつの日にか鼻から気づいている炎はいつか消える何もいらないはずだったなのにまだ愛